This presentation is brought to you by the Electronic Motor Racing Network. We are a for-hire broadcaster. If you would like us to stream your league, contact DayPaulB661 on Discord, member number 1015. Thank you, and enjoy the race.
Hello and welcome to the Electronic Motor Racing Network, bringing you the Hauck Designs ASMR Truck Series live from Club Speedway. The finale brought to you by Butt Kicker. Feel what you've been missing. And we are here, like we said, at Auto Club Live, just wrapping up qualifying. You're looking at the 404 Dave Gage. Just getting into that end of it, first lap, and across the line he goes. On the pole, 41-42. TJ Krober knocks him off in the 45. Bailey Dutton currently sitting P3 right now. And the 27, Clark Genneken, crosses the line with a 41-20 or 41-12. Looks like Darren Clement going to be the next one to come across the line in that 32 machine. And it looks like Darren is going to be P7 with a 41-5-0. Robert Hanrada, P2 at a 41-20. Todd Cray crosses the line. He's going to P4 for now at a 21 or a 41-24. And Darren is going to finish up his second lap. Just going to cross the line, and he is going to jump up to P3. What a lap of 41-21. And Todd Cray is the last truck on the track. He's coming off of turn 4. No, he's in pit road. Yep. All right, so to start this race, we do have some updates on penalties. So the 5 of Brian Tarnowski is going to get an EOL. The 32 has a double EOL. The 58 has an EOL. I don't believe he's here tonight. Jordan DeCola is not. That one is a netcode issue. And the 88, Nick Burlow, also receiving an EOL. So with that, let's go ahead and update you on the points situation. In first place in the points right now, as we sit, Clark Genneken looks like he's 20 points ahead of Todd Cray. And Bailey Dutton looks like he's racing. I think he's got a chance here tonight if he can steal some stage points, and those other two have some bad luck. And we also want to look at the non-playoff drivers. We want to thank Brian Tarnowski. $60 going to the highest finisher for the non-playoff drivers right now. That's the 45 of TJ Krober, sitting at 80 points, and the 33 of Jesse Hedges, 64. The 61 of Daniel Jensen has 63 points, and then the 66 is got 58 points. And then the 69 has 55 points. And so first place gets $60, second place gets $40. So pretty good deal there for the non-playoff drivers. Again, we want to thank Brian Tarnowski for providing that for us. And let's go ahead and do the rundown here as we got the drivers on the grid. First, we're going to start with the 27, Clark Genneken. We have seemingly started with him every single race. And next to him is going to be Robert Hanrada in that 8 machine. And then the 32 of Darren Clement is going to start P3. The 45 of TJ Krober, P4. The 21 of Todd Cray. The 404 of Dave Gage. The 26 of Bailey Dutton. The 1 of Scott Bellum. The 88 of Nick Burlow. The 33 of Jesse Hedges. The 61 of Daniel Jensen. The 48 of Eric Norowski. The 14 of Doug Argabright. 69 Larry Poling, and the 5 of Brian Tarnowski is going to round out the field of 15 tonight. Let's get a word from our points leader headed into the final event. Clark, you're on the pole tonight. You're up by 20 points. What is the agenda for tonight's race?
Stay out of trouble. That's about it. I just want to keep it clean, man. I don't know what's going on with Todd. I don't know why he didn't grid here. He was just in Discord a minute ago, and now he's in the pits. So while that's good for the point situation, I don't want to win it like that. I'd like to win racing it. So hopefully he gets out here and he can give me a run for my money. But it's been an awesome season. I got an awesome group I run with. I'm just glad to be in this position and hope I can pull through.
Yeah, buddy. Well, 10-4. We wish you luck the rest of the way tonight, and hopefully we'll talk to you at the end, buddy.
I hope so too.
All right. Good luck. All right, and he said it. I was getting ready to ask. Todd Cray missed the grid. Not sure what's going on. We'll see. Mr. Todd Cray, it's the guys in the booth. You got a copy?
Gotcha.
Hey, man, what happened there on the grid?
I lost sound here. I'm trying to get it rebooted up real quick. I gotta take a short talk here so I can get this fixed.
All right, buddy. I'll let you
Thanks.
go.
No problem. Thank you.
All right, well, you heard it. Had some sound issues. Going to try to get that fixed here as we are underway for the final time in the ASMR Hauck Designs Truck Series. Clark Genneken out front, but that 8 of Robert Hanrada, he looked pretty sporty in practice on that high line once the tires got worn. Hit a big draft down the backstretch. You see the 8 getting up there, and the Robert Hanrada in that 8 truck called his shot in practice, said that this was going to be his race, but not right now. What a timing. There goes 5, 6 cars. He wanted us to tell everyone, and when you do that, you risk having the broadcasters jinx. So sorry about that, Robert. Let's take a look at what happened there. So you're on board with Robert. He just gets loose off of turn 4. Nowhere for TJ Krober to go. Scott Bellum T-bowed him in that 1 truck. And something interesting I saw here, go to the 404 if we can. And he is going to take some evasive action here. He sees the crash up ahead. Oh, he got loose and wrecked on his own. I thought he did that trying to avoid the crash. So it worked out for him, though. So looks like drivers involved in that one are going to be the 8 of Robert Hanrada, the 1 of Scott Bellum, the 32 of Darren Clement, the 61 Daniel Jensen, the 45 of TJ Krober. Know where any of those guys could go. So unfortunate there. But yeah, what a mess. I mean, called his shot and now is sitting on pit road getting his fast repair early. Let's talk to him. Hey, Robert, it's the guys in the booth, man. We were just telling everybody how you called your shot when that happened. You're going to have to do it from the rear here now.
Yeah, I don't know exactly what happened there. I was taking it easy like I would any other time, and it just snapped on me. So that was kind of odd, but yeah, I mean, it's not impossible. I'll definitely be the one to do it.
10-4, buddy. Well, good luck the rest of the way. Does this change your strategy at all now that you're down a fast repair, or are you just going to go at it the whole way?
I really got nothing to lose. We're just gonna go at it. I chose not to take a set right there, so I'm still just holding off on these burnt up tires now already till the stage break.
Well, that could be the move of the race. We'll have to wait and see how it plays out. Good luck the rest of the way, buddy.
Thank you guys. Enjoy it.
All right. Well, we appreciate Mr. Hunrada joining us in the booth and saved a set of tires. That was interesting to hear there. You're always thinking about tires when you're in situations like that. Yeah, tire wear at this track is very high. And only have 3 sets for the entire race. Going 80 laps tonight. We are gridding up. And we are gridding up go back green, so we will just head back up to the front. I heard the 26 ask Clark if he's got any damage on that right front. It looks like there's just a little bit of scratches there. Doesn't look... Oh, it's wrinkled up quite a bit now that I'm looking at it. So the 26 of Bailey Dutton has a little bit of front end damage, it looks like. So we will see how that affects him. Yeah, you can see it there. Maybe got into TJ Krober into the wall just a little bit trying to avoid that crash, but we'll see how it affects him. If he can get in line and right behind Clark, it may not be too bad for the 26 of Bailey Dutton. I don't know why I called him that, but Bailey Dutton, new nickname. And here we go. We're coming back down. Pace truck is off. And green flag is out. Clark with a massive jump there. The 26 spun the tires. And that's going to move the 33 of Jesse Hedges up into P2. He's one of those guys battling for that $60. Look at this spreading out down the backstretch. That's 3 wide in the middle of the pack, right in the middle of the Hornet's nest. Going into turn 3. You see him 3 wide off. Yep, 5 coming down pit road. Got to serve a pass-through penalty. As well as the 32. Those are EOLs. When I said earlier they had a double EOL, that is a pass-through penalty. So both of those guys serving that low and slow down the front stretch as these guys thunder down the back stretch. Down into turn 3. Clark with about a 0.8 of a second lead over Jesse Hedges. Eric Norowski up there running good. Doug Argabright, Nick Burlow round out your top 5. Nick Burlow has to start at the rear, so he's doing a good job up to P5 already. Avoided that early crash. And is hanging in there good tonight. He's going to work that lower, that second groove, it looks like, as Doug Argabright goes up high. There's definitely advantages to each one. If you're down low, you're not burning the tires off as much, it seems like, but that high line gets a massive run off the corners. and it makes it very difficult for somebody to get underneath you as there's a battle for second. Eric Norowski looking under Jesse Hedges. And he's not going to be able to get it done just quite yet, but they're side by side down the front stretch going into turn one. And if they want to keep that 27 in their windshield, they need to figure this out there, and they're going to do it. The 48's going to clear the 33 of Jesse Hedges. Meanwhile, the 88 has gotten on top of the 14 of Doug Argabright, so he's going to try to make that move on the high side, but those guys still side by side. Jesse Hedges fights back underneath the 48 of Eric Norowski. And you're not really seeing that big run off the corners yet. You see him pull a little bit, but as those tires wear, that run's just going to get bigger and bigger, but he does clear down the front stretch, and down into turn one they go. Meanwhile, Argabright still side by side. And right now we're on board with the 61, Daniel Jensen, who is currently the front runner of that second pack that's kind of fallen back as they got side by side. And now they're trying to track down this lead group once again. And there's Todd Cray trying to work his way back. He is on the lead lap. Currently P9. That is your second place in the championship. And he's currently fighting on the outside of Daniel Jensen here, trying to get that truck back up towards the front. Long way to go here. And let's take a look at Bailey Dutton. He had that damage on the nose. He's fallen all the way back to 11th place. So obviously that damage making a big impact on his truck and the handling that he has. And he definitely needs a good run to stay in the points race. So we'll have to keep an eye on him. We're going to be going to the stage break, and maybe he can get in there and get it fixed up and have something for these leaders. But right now, going the wrong direction, back to P12. Meanwhile, the 5 of Brian Tarnowski has been caught by the 27 up front. Remember, he had to make that pass-through penalty. And he's got a bit of damage on the left rear. You can see how that spoiler's not quite how it needs to be, but he has fallen into the clutches of these leader lap cars. It's going to be important for him to stay on the lead lap if he wants to have a fighting chance the rest of the way. But Darren Clement also served that drive-through penalty, and he's about a quarter of a track ahead of Brian and the leaders, so have to keep an eye on him and see where he's going to fall over this run. And you see Darren right there going down into turn one. And we're seeing the 61 drop a few positions here, but there's a giant pack he's fighting around. And that looks like the 21, Todd Cray, has cleared most of that pack and makes an aggressive move to the top of the track. But that is going to work for him. Looking 3 wide off of turn 2. That's Honrada on the top. You heard him tell us he doesn't have anything to lose. The 61 is going to clear Todd Cray into the corner after Honrada gave him a big push down the backstretch. The 21 slides up. Honrada not content to push him, though. Daniel Jensen and the 8 of Honrada are hooked up, and they're going to work to clear the 21, making his life very difficult. As they should. You see Robert put it up on the boards again, and he gets in the fence. That is a downside of running up there. Just the slightest mistake. But you see Larry Poling doing a great job pulling on this pack right now, but that draft will bring them back. And now you see right behind Larry Poling, that 61 of Daniel Jensen still is able to clear the 21 of Todd Cray. And there's the caution for the stage, it looks like, lap 15. So the 5 of Brian Tarnowski did stay on the lead lap there. So good job for Brian. So while we are... so with Clark winning that stage, he has clinched the championship. So we have our champion crowned here tonight with the 27 of Clark Genneken. So let's talk to our man here. Clark, I was just told by a little birdie, winning that stage clinches you the championship here tonight.
Oh, that's awesome. I was driving hard, if you couldn't tell. I didn't save nothing there. That's awesome. I'm still going to try to win this race for fun, but I can send it. I can have some fun. I might try something dumb. I don't know. We'll see.
Hey, you're an admin. Why don't you give yourself an EOL and see how coming from the back works? Or speed on pit road.
Give
us a show.
I might just drop back I might drop back now. Are you sure this is clinched? I don't want to do this if you're not sure.
I'm not the sure one. Yeah, Todd got 2 points, and Bailey Dutton didn't get any points. So, yeah, you were up 20 coming in. There's only 15 cars on the track, buddy.
I think I'm going to go to the back.
Congratulations on that. I know you've worked hard for it. You've worked a long time to get a championship under your belt. Always had things slip away right there in the final races. Not this time. It is yours, sir. Who would you like to thank to get you all the way to the finish line?
Oh, man. So many people. I might have to get back to you on that, but first and foremost, everybody on my team, Kitty Cat Coin, all our partners, anybody who lets me do this and lets me enjoy this. I'll get the rest of them later.
10-4, buddy. Well, good luck, man. Give us a show the rest of the way, champ.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. The champion, Clark Genneken. And you heard him. He's we'll see if he sticks to it. I know he's flirted with doing something like that before and decides not to at the end, likes to run in that clean air and get all the TV time he can, but hopefully he'll stick to that and let us see a show going to the back and let him drive up through there. It's a tough crowd tonight, though. We've seen a lot of fast trucks. Think this isn't going to be as easy as maybe it would be at some other tracks, but you see these guys on pit road getting some damage fixed. There's the 8 of Robert Honrado who got in the wall. The 26 of Bailey Dutton getting some damage. The 5 of Brian Tarnowski. The 1 of Scott Bellum is back on pit road. And let's see who is doing well tonight that we can on the non-points list. TJ Krober, Eric. Yeah, let's see about getting Jesse Hedges up here. He's been running really good tonight. Jesse Hedges, it's the guys up in the booth, man. Just wanted to talk to you. Finish that stage in P3. You're fighting for that non-playoff bonus points and bonus money, man. Tell us how you're going to get it done tonight.
Hopefully you stay up here the whole night. I'm lucky I got past that wreck. I squeezed past that. Truck feels pretty good. I can say that. Feels pretty fast. I was just hanging with Eric for a little while because I know he's fighting for the champion. Well, his points battle too. So.
Absolutely, man. Well, we will let you get back to it, man. Just wanted to chat with you and see how it was feeling out there. Do you feel like that high line's going to come in, or is it going to be on the bottom's way to go?
I think it's going to move up top. Once when tire wear starts to take factor, I think it's definitely going to move up top.
10-4,
middle of the top.
Okay. Yeah. Well, we look forward to seeing you flirting with those boards up top.
Oh, yeah.
All right, buddy. Good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you.
All right. And the 27, Clark Genneken, man of his word, has dropped to the rear. So that is going to put the 48 of Eric Norowski up front, the 33 of Jesse Hedges, Right behind them is going to be the 69 of Larry Poling. How about Larry tonight? Doing awesome. Looks like he did a little pit strategy there. Maybe took 2 tires. Clark Genneken came back down pit road there to let everybody get past. And then Nick Burlow rounds out the top 5 as the pace truck is off. And the green flag is back out. Eric Norowski gets a good jump there on Jesse Hedges. Down into turn 1 as they are going through the gears. Looks like Nick Burlow is going to try to hang on the quarter panel of Jesse Hedges there. Get a little side draft, going to fall in line now. Going to try to get a run on that bottom off the corners. They're 3 wide behind him. The 14, Doug Argabright on the outside. The 404, Dave Gage is going to thunder by with his teammate Todd Cray behind him. It looks like the 61 of Daniel Jensen is going to get loose off the corner. He's going to save it. The 48 going down pit road from the lead. Wonder if he's got a loose wheel. Yeah, let's check it out. Here he is going through the corner. Yeah, he's got a power slide. Lucky to save that truck, as there's a crash on the backstretch. That's the 404 around. The 404, the 45. Yeah, the 404 is the one that caused that. Let's see what happened. Looks like they're 3 wide off the corner. Yeah, the 69 just maybe didn't come up as high as the 21 expected and pushed him down a little bit. Yeah, 45, nowhere to go. Unfortunate for TJ Krober, man. He's the lead of that group there, battling for those 60 points. Yeah, let's watch Clark. He's just letting me know on the radio he's never doing this again. That if you guys can hear me, I want to let you know that I'm never listening to you again. Yeah, you see him checking up here. Oh, that wasn't too bad. Wasn't too bad at all. I think a champion would be able to handle that a little better. All right, well, let's get a reset here, and we will be back in just a couple of minutes. Take a vocal break while these guys click off some caution laps. Everybody going to come down, get some fuel packed in here. Can't see many people taking tires here, but we'll be back for more of the Hauck Designs ASMR Truck Series Championship race after this. Welcome back to the Hauck Designs ASMR Truck Series finale, brought to you by DSD Button Box. If you need a button box, check out DSD. And by Butt Kicker, feel what you've been missing. As we are coming back around, Pace Truck getting ready to take that hard left-hand turn. Jesse Hedges, your new leader, the 33. As the green flag is out. And they're off. Hedges going to get a good start over Nick Burlow. And Doug Argerbright going to try to fight on that inside. And he's going to be there. Not quite. Robert Hunrada back up to P4 here, fighting on the outside. Going to give the 88 a huge shove down the backstretch. And the 32 of Darren Clement fighting back to the inside after that pass-through penalty earlier in this race. The 14 loose off the corner. Here goes the 88 for the lead down the front stretch. To the inside of Jesse Hedges. Darren Clement is going to try to push him through as well. Don't look now. Robert Honrada's on the outside. Not going to be able to make that ground up. They touch almost with him and Darren off the corner. Big runs down the backstretch. He's going to send it 3 wide into the corner. And Clement's going to have a big run off turn 4. He's looking for the lead. 4 wide, almost 3 wide down the front stretch at the line. It's going to be Darren Clement, 3 wide for second now as Burlow tries to come up to that next lane. And here comes the championship. The champion as Nick Burlow spins. Clark, I don't know how Clark made it through that. Unbelievable. We need to watch that from the chopper cam on Clark. That was... He's really going to be cussing us now. Yeah, let's see what happens here. You see Burlow start to drift up there. And he just touches the 8. And you see Clark there gets through both of them somehow. And has Hedges noses into the inside wall. All right, here's the 27. You see the 88 coming across his nose right here. You see Clark gets a little loose, able to save it, and he sees that, and he's like, all right, cool, I'm good. Whoa, Nelly! Yeah, that was pretty incredible there to see him make it through that. Hey, Champ, how you liking the strategy here?
Not like at all, actually. I don't think I'll ever listen to any of you again.
Is it not a lot more fun than just driving up front, not looking at anybody?
No, it's not at all. It's scary. Oh man, I don't know if you guys saw my cockpit view on that, Rick, but go ahead and check that out.
Yeah,
wow.
Just watched it.
Wow. Yeah.
You're thinking clear sailing, and then you saw the 33 come across your nose and lock up the brakes there, or what happened?
Oh yeah, I'm sure I locked them up. Probably tore up the front tires, but that's fine. As long as I'm not killed. I saw him coming on the right monitor. So thankful I got triples, because without him, I'd been dead there. And, whew, yeah, I'm not going to the back anymore. I don't want no part. I don't like
all right, well, what's the
2 seconds back?
Yeah, what's the strategy here? See a lot of guys coming down, getting fuel, filling up here. You did that the last time. What's the numbers look like here to the end?
It's looking like a one-stop from here. Gonna have to run it dry though. It's not like pit in a certain window. Full run, I can probably get to about lap, I want to say 55-ish, and from there it'll go to the end. Maybe not, maybe 52. So one stop from here, it'll all be, if it stays green, about who gets on and off pit road the best.
Yeah, if it stays green is the key phrase there. A lot of guys running out of fast repairs, so hopefully we'll have some trucks running here at the end, and look forward to continue seeing go up the ranks here. You're sitting P3 now, so good luck the rest of the way, champ.
Thanks, buddy.
All right, you heard it here. He's not going to listen to us anymore. What do you guys think out there? Tell us in the chat. Do you think it's been entertaining to watch him come back up through the field? Or is it something that you guys could care less about? Let us know. And Jessica Hardiford, let's go Todd Cray. So we've got a Todd Cray fan out there. And she definitely wants to see Clark going to the back. So we are headed here. It looks like we are 1 to green, and look who has found his way up front. That is the 32 of Darren Clement with his teammate lined up right behind him, the champion Clark Genneken. But to their outside, Scott Bellum in the 1, the 14 Doug Argabright. Both of those guys having a good run. And then right behind them is going to be the 45 of TJ Krober with Jesse Hedges getting in that wreck there. He's looking like he's going to be the winner of that $60. Second place still gets $40, but who wouldn't want an extra $20 in their pocket? Right behind them is going to be Eric Norowski starting P5, Bailey Dutton starting P7, the 404 Dave Gage right there in P8. And we're working our way into turn 4 here. It's going to be interesting to see if guys like the 69 and the 33 are going to be able to work their way back up to the front. They were up there earlier. See if they can get back up there as we are under green. And the 32 of Darren Clement and Clark Genneken count it down and get a good jump on the rest of the field. Looks like Clark is going to try to clear into 1. Not quite going to do it, but maybe drive in there deep and slide on up, which is what it looks like he's going to do. Scott Bellum, Eric Norowski, the 2 that are fighting behind him. And then behind there, 3 wide. And sorry about that, just had a computer glitch. As we are back looking at the midfield here, Daniel Jensen and Nick Burlow trying to make it up through the field. As we're going to look at the 48, tracking down the leaders currently in P4, going to try to make it back up there. Scott Bellum just ahead of him. Looks like the 404s on the inside of the 45 going to try to slide up. Doesn't quite go all the way up in front of him, but it's going to clear down the front stretch. Bailey Dutton has a huge run down the front stretch. It's going to go to the outside of TJ Krober. Down into turn 1. Loses a lot of ground on entry, but you can see he's going to make it up here on the exit of the corner. You see him go to that outside. He's going to clear down the backstretch. Daniel Jensen in the 61 looking to try to get around that 88 Nick Burlow, but not going to be able to do it as Nick's looking to the inside of the 45 now. Very close racing here at Fontana, but a very wide track for these guys to make these bold moves. You just saw a top to bottom there for the 21 of Todd Cray. He's looking to get back up in the fight. He knows that he doesn't have the championship to fight for, but he still wants to get that second place in the championship. Right now, Bailey Dutton nipping at his heels. Currently a couple positions ahead of him, so. And I think Bailey got more stage points than the 21 as well. Correction, Bailey got none, and Todd got 2, so he extended that points lead just a little bit over Bailey. So Bailey will need to finish 7 places ahead of Todd to move into that second place in the championship. Currently, right now, he is only running 2 positions better, running 7th, and Todd's running 9th. Both of them looking to make moves to get back up to the front, but hard to do that here when you're trying to hit a fuel number. We're currently working lap 35 of the race. Now you're looking at the 45 of TJ Krober. He's racing the 69 of Larry Poling. The 33 is going to overtake the 45 here, and looks like the 45 is struggling. Don't know if he's got older tires here than everybody else, but definitely going the wrong direction if he wants to maintain that $60 in that position that he has. And it does look like TJ Krober has older tires than a lot of the field besides the leaders. He pitted about 15 laps ago. Those guys that just passed him pitted about 9 laps ago. So 6 lap fresher tires for those guys ahead of him, and that gap is only going to grow as this green flag run continues. And it looks like Nick Burlow is also trying to work his way up there, going to be to the inside. The 26 of Bailey Dutton. And the 21 is just cleared of the 14 of Doug Argabright. So Todd Cray moves himself up into P5 here. One more car to try to get back up into P4. And he's going to do it now. He's down to the inside of the 48 of Eric Norowski. The 21 of Todd Cray moves up into 4th position, moves up 2 places that lap. So that's about as good of a lap as you can get. Pass one truck in turns 1 and 2 and pass another truck in 3 and 4. Here you are sitting P4 with 38 laps down of 80. You heard Clark say they're going to hit that 52, 55 range if everything stays green. Coming to 42 to go here. The 88 trying to get to that inside. It's going to push the 26. Going to go to the inside of the 48 here. As it's 3 wide down into turn 1. Nick Burlow trying to get clear. Dave Gage in the 404 going to fight on the outside. Nick's going to slide up and close that door. Dave's looking to the inside. As Todd Cray goes for P3. Looks like the 21 has moved into P3 now. So it is Kitty Cat Coin 1, 2, 3 up front. The 27 pushing the 32 of Darren Clement. Darren getting some laps led. And the 1 of Scott Bellum doing a good job to hang on to these drivers. Looks like Todd Cray going to look to the inside of the 27 into turn 3. He's going to shoot it down there. He's going to try to power up without getting loose off the corner. He's got that pass done. He's going to be side by side with his other teammate, and they're 3 wide for the lead. Clark Genneken's going to try to make that run happen, but Darren Clement's going to have the momentum on the outside. But Clark looking to take the short way through the front stretch. He's going to send it down into turn 1, but Todd Cray with a big move in that second groove, and he's going to get the point, and it's going to slide up in front of Darren. Darren's going to try to make a move, get to the inside with that crossover. Down into turn 3, Darren Clement's going to try to slide his way back up into P1. Not going to make it happen. Got a little bit loose there, had to get out of the throttle. And the 21, Todd Cray, to the point. 27, Clark Genneken capitalizing on the 32, getting tight. Going to slide up in front of his teammate. These guys showing a lot of trust in each other right here. Meanwhile, we've got the 14, Doug Argebright, who's moved his way up into 4th position while all that was going on. Nick Burlow up to P5. Scott Bellum sliding backwards after hanging on with those kitty cat coin trucks. Maybe he burned up his tires there more than he wanted to. Is Nick Burlow going to do the slider? Fighting back. It's going to be the 14, Doug Argebright, going to push him down into turn 1. And while we're in this green flag run, let's do something we haven't done all season. But let's do a little crank it up. And we appreciate DSD for those sights and sounds. Remember, if you're needing a button box, go to DSD and check out what they've got. Been a great sponsor of the Hauck Designs ASMR Truck Series all season long. No change up front, no change really throughout. Everybody kind of settling down, clicking off some laps here. 35 to go. Just completed lap 46 of this race. Should be expecting pit stops in the next 5 to 7 laps. And that is going to be critical for these guys to get on and off pit road cleanly with no penalties. Only one driver out of the race so far. That's the 8 of Robert Hunrada. He's involved in a couple incidents tonight and had to park it. Appreciate Robert coming out and supporting the league tonight. Only gets to run a part-time schedule most of the time, but always good to see that 8 truck out here. But the 88, his teammate, Nick Burlow, has been able to catch and hang on to those 3 Kitty Cat coin trucks. Running some similar lap times. You see him hooking that white line. Just trying to maintain. And Ed Hauck, our title sponsor, says Park Clark. Hashtag Park Clark. Hey, he's not even out there leading right now. It's the 21 Todd Cray, his teammate, out there leading some laps. We've got someone else saying Clark's motor is illegal and needs to be parked for the remainder of the event. Maybe join the broadcast booth. We'd have to struggle to keep the language under control. But I think he's in a good enough mood tonight that would not be an issue. But I think he wants to run this out and have this battle with his teammates tonight. All 3 of them and doing a great job up front. Doug Argabright still having a good battle with Bailey Dutton back here for the 5th position. Scott Bellum trying to hang on to these guys as well. And then right behind Scott is the 404 of Dave Gage, that 4th Kitty Cat coin truck. And I hear some drivers on the radio saying they're coming this time. It's like we'll have to see who it is that pulls off here. Looks like the 14 is going to go to the bottom. That's always a telltale sign that they're going to be headed to pit road. And there he is on the apron in the grass. I'm going to be able to make it cleanly. Somewhat. Did a good job. We'll see if that drags anybody else down. Such a draft-heavy track that it's hard to see making up time that much on fresh tires without the draft. And he's going to slap those 4 feel goods on. He will lose a lap here. So he's going to require this to go to the end with no cautions. It'll be interesting to see when these leaders decide to pull off and if Nick's gonna have time to go with them or if he's gonna be stuck pitting by himself on a lap after that. And you can see in the distance there just how much time they have made up on the 5th place trucks by staying in a line while those guys 5th on back have been battling. And that is all due to the draft. And as long as these guys stay in a line out here, that second pack, even if they stay in a line, is going to have a hard time catching them. And there goes Nick past the 32 truck. We got the 45, TJ Krober, and the 48, Eric Norowski on pit road. So Darren Clement's tires have fallen off. Looks like the 32 is going to peel off and head to pit road himself. While those leaders. Brinson Hunt says Clark's tires are filled with helium. So that's definitely going to make the speed. Sounds like the 27's pitting this time. Going to get some tires full of oxygen this time, not helium. We'll see what they decide. We're going to have an official check that motor placement. So left out front is the 21 and 88 as you see them thunder by all those trucks that have just stopped. It's going to be interesting to see where all this plays out. Obviously, Todd and the 88 are staying out much longer than everybody else. But the 27 also pit by himself. You'd expect to see them here anytime. We're on lap 55. That's when they expected to come down. Here comes the 88 right now. So the 27 is trying to stay out in front of the 21 here, but I don't think he's going to be able to do it. He's still on the apron. The 27 is going to be able to maybe stay in front of his teammate. If he can, that is going to be a huge benefit. And he's going to be able to do it. Todd Cray needs to peel off right here. And he stays out again. No, nope. All right, he decides to take that left-hand turn. That's going to be interesting to see how far. Here comes the 88 off pit road. He's going to lose a bunch of time to Clark. That time getting on and off pit road. Clark's in and out. Clark's out lap was 1:14.86. We'll look and see what everybody else's is going to be. Looks like the 69 of Larry Poling is in. Nick Burlow with a massive save there. That's certainly not help his chances. Nick Burlow with a 1:17, so 3 seconds faster on his out lap was Clark Genneken. Did not catch the in lap, but out lap is at 3 seconds. Let's take a look at that Nick Burlow thing again. Off turn 4, we've seen that all night. Oh man, what a save. Able to come back onto the track, but that is definitely going to heat up the right rear tire. So right now it's going to be once the 5 pits. He's going to be Clark Genneken up front with his teammate Darren Clement right behind him. Then the 14 of Doug Argabright and the 21 of Todd Cray. Todd did this strategy at another race a while back and almost came up and passed Clark, but ran out of time with those lap cars. I think that was Richmond that he ran long. So we'll see if it works for him here again. He has 2 lap fresher tires than Clark and 3 lap fresher tires than Darren. Right now it's those 2 drivers, Clark Genneken, the champ, and Darren Clement battling for the lead here. I would expect them to probably draft as fast as they can to try to keep that 21 away from them, because the 21 is definitely going to need help. But if those guys don't get side by side, he's not going to be able to catch them. Although that lap was half a second faster than Clark's last lap, but he had some drafting help as well. Again, we're going to be watching these lap times. It feels like a replay. And the last time we saw this play out was at Atlanta. These varying strategies. And the 21 is certainly faster. And again, 0.3 of a second faster than his teammates that time. Even with his teammates having the draft. And looks like Darren's going to poke to the inside. That's certainly going to help Todd on this lap. Darren looking for the lead down into turn 3. And he's going to have it. Clark's going to follow in line here. Looks like Clark is going to give his teammate a push down the front stretch. See how much time they lost. A 41.6 to a 41.4 that time. So 0.2 of a second on that swap. Wonder if Darren was getting hot and they needed to switch those positions. And this is your closest battle for position on track. Everyone else has a pretty big gap in between each other. And that lap, it was another 0.2 of a second, a 6.6 to a 4.4. Todd Cray is certainly closing this gap, pushing hard. It is at 1 second right now. We'll see. That should be close enough to start getting their draft, and that gap will be closing quickly. The question is, Todd, as he catches them, does he make the move now, or does he, when he has the momentum of catching those guys, or does he try to wait and time that? I think if I was in that position, maybe there's a strategy call for either one, but I think you got to get while the getting's good and play defense at a later date. 27 looking to the inside now. Wonder if he's just trying to get clean air to that nose. That time by, it was 7.8 to a 46. So he closed 0.3 of a second. Now he's down to 0.6 down the backstretch into turn 3. I would say by the time they get down into turn 1, he's going to have a decision to make on what he wants to do with these guys now that he's caught them. Is he going to hang back, or is he going to pass them as fast as he can and try to get away? You're on board with Todd Cray right now. Big run down the backstretch here. He's going to be able to shoot that inside if he wants to. He doesn't this time. He's going to go to the outside of the 27. He should have the exit if he can hang on to that quarter panel especially. And he's going to be able to do it down the front stretch. Now it's up to Darren to block this run. The 21 has cleared the 27. And 32 missed the bottom. And that's going to be what the 21 needed to see. Darren Clement went to the bottom and missed it. Now 21, Todd Cray, should be able to drive it in deep here and clear. And he's going to do it. Now the race is on. Genneken looking to the inside of Clement. Down the front stretch. With 14 laps to go, was that the time to make that move? How are these tires going to settle? Did he push too much trying to catch these guys? You see that big arc into the corner. 27 sneaks up in front of Clement. Clement going to give Genneken a huge push down the backstretch. Looking back a little bit, 88, Nick Burlow is looking for a P4 here. He's going to get by the 14 of Doug Argabright. And that is Bailey Dutton just ahead of him. Looks like Nick Burlow has fresher tires than the 26 does by 2 laps. And one last time before the end of the race, let's go through the field. Presented by DSD. Get your button box at DSD. So out front is the 21 of Todd Cray making those new tires work. And then right behind him is going to be that 27 Clark Genneken and the 32 of Darren Clement. P4, that 26 of Bailey Dutton, the 88 of Nick Burlow, the 6 of Doug Argabright holding on tight right there, sitting in P6. The 404 of Dave Not Found Gage, the 1 of Scott Bellum, Jesse Hedges in the 33. And just behind him, rounding out the top 10, is going to be Eric Norowski. Then that 45, TJ Krober, all he has to do is get to the end of this race, and he has clinched that $60. And then Larry Poling in the 69 machine, doing a good job here tonight. Had his truck up front at some points in this race, has not been able to get back up there. And then the 5 of Brian Tarnowski sitting P13 with 2 trucks out of the race. The 61 of Daniel Jensen and the 8 of Robert Hanrada. As we have gotten down to 10 to go. And we are questioning what happened to Daniel Jensen. He was in this position right here to fight for that second place for the non-playoff drivers. Only 1 point out coming into this race and is 12 laps down. Not sure what happened, but you see him there on pit road. Just left the session. Maybe got a little frustrated or had something come up and had. As we are back up front with 9 laps to go, Nick Burlow looks like he has cleared Bailey Dutton for that 4th position. And they are currently running 6.3 seconds behind our leader, Todd Cray. And out up front, Todd Cray and Clark Genneken have ran away from Darren Clement on those older tires. So a couple laps older, but it made all the difference. He's got 3 lap older tires than Todd Cray and 1 lap older than Clark Genneken. But you see Clark all over Todd, trying to loosen him up there into the corner. And if you remember back to Bristol, these 2 teammates got into each other, but it was the other way around. Todd Cray in second, and the 27 got a little bit loose, and Todd set him around. So maybe a little payback in the future. Not intentional, of course, we would never use that word. But maybe a little boot scoot and boogie off turn 4. Got 7 laps to go here. Clark looking to the inside. He's got older tires, but he did not have to push at the beginning of the run like the 21 did. I think he's kind of searching right now, trying to figure out what's going to work. What kind of options do I have? And you see him hitting that apex a little bit sooner than Todd. You can see from this rear view angle. Todd's going to run it down, snake it down the front stretch, get every little advantage he can as we're coming around. That's 6 laps to go. Todd's going to slide up just a little bit. Not going to be enough right here. If you're Clark, I got to think you are going to hang on to it for the rest of the way. And Clark's going to send it as I say that. You're going to try to hang on until that last lap. But Clark got to the inside there, trying to pack some air on that spoiler. Five to go. And there is no other battles on the track. These are your two closest. You can see that track map down in the bottom of your screen. And there we are, 4 laps to go. We're going to look at big block from Todd Cray. And now Clark is going to start putting everything he's learned into practice here. He's going to try to get these runs coming to probably 2 to go and see what he can do to get up underneath the 21 of Todd Cray. You see Todd hanging it out by the wall down the front stretch, making it as long as possible, which is going to give Clark a huge run down into turn 1. Clark has to get out of the gas a little bit. Yeah, got tight behind the 21. Killed his momentum down the backstretch. You see Todd's going to do a little swervy-gurvy. Into 3 and 4. And you heard him kind of have to back out of the gas again. Wasn't able to commit. Wonder if he is getting tight on those old tires. And here we go. 2 to go. This is where I think you've got to get side by side. If you can make it happen, you've got to get there. And he's going to dive it deep into turn 1. Try to pack some air. The question is, does this driver have a memory from Bristol? I mean, if you get into him here, you're gonna ship him. But there's a way to do it. And I think these both are talented enough to run it in there and give him just a nudge to get him a little bit loose and not completely trash him. We'll see if it's something they're wanting to do, but he's just tight off of turn 4 here, not able to get the truck rotated in the center of the corner. Here we go. White flag, 1 more lap to go, presented by Butt Kicker. Are we going to have a butt kicker coming down on this final lap? Clark Genneken trying to get to the bumper of Todd Cray. Todd's going to miss the bottom there, but so does Clark. They both get tight off of turn 2. Advantage 21 down the backstretch. Here they go into turn 3 for the final time. It's now or never. The 21 leaves the door open, but Clark hits the apron. Not going to be enough. Todd Cray's going to come off turn 4. He's going to win the season finale at Auto Club. Just behind him in P2, Clark Genneken going to be your champion. What a race for these two kitty cat coin drivers. One wins the race, the other wins the championship. And it looks like the 45 is going to bring it home in P11, but he is going to be $60 richer. Congratulations to TJ Krober for winning the non-playoff driver dash. And the 33 of Jesse Hedges looks like he's going to come home P2 in that cash battle. So he's going to be $40 richer. Let's see if we can't get our champion up into the booth. Clark Genneken, you came home P2 in the race, but man, you got the big trophy at the end of this season. Congratulations.
Oh, it's awesome. I wanted to win this one bad. Just Todd had the fresher tires and the dirty air. He played it smart. He took my line. But I'll take a second. I'm happy with that. Clean race truck. Didn't touch anything tonight. That's always good. And like you said, championship. It's awesome.
Yeah, man, go back to that championship. Tell us what that means to you. You've come close in the ASMR Truck Series before. You came close last season in their Xfinity Series. And finally able to put it all together in season 4. And tell us what that means to you, man.
It's confidence. It's reassuring. You know, you get so close so many times, and you can't quite punch that ticket. So you get down on yourself a little bit. And then you know, guys like Todd come in and push you, and I really felt like I gave him my best all year long. You know, he kind of brought that out of me, and it's a huge boost for sure. Confidence is key to driving, and knowing that I can compete with him and you know, beat him all season long. It's huge. It's awesome.
Absolutely, man. Well, you talked about that battle that you guys have had all season long and even going back in seasons prior. So who's gotten you to this point? Who have you leaned on to get you to where you are today as a champion?
Man, the first guy that comes to mind is without a doubt Darren Clement, 32. He's kind of took me under his wing when I first started this thing, and he's taught me virtually everything I know. How to save tires, how to manage your truck, when to go, when not to go, fuel strategy, tire strategy. He's been huge, man. You know, Dave's been a ton of fun. He keeps me calm. He keeps me focused. And, you know, he makes sure that we know it's light. It's supposed to be fun. And sometimes we get caught up in competing and we kind of lose that. Todd's been huge for me, bringing out everything I got. You know, short tracks, mile and a half, doesn't matter. He really pushes me to be my best. And, it's so much fun to battle him, man. It's a coin flip every time we're on track. All the boys at ECE, appreciate all of them. Kitty Cat Coin, awesome sponsor. So glad to have them on board and win this thing with them. My Team Canada boys, shout out Bengals Hockey Club. We're doing big things over there. Shout out Bethy and all the 280 ladies. Infinite Hero, Ayers iRacing Paints hooked us up with some sick paints this year. They look awesome. Butt Kicker's huge. It makes a world of a difference. GTR Simulator. All these admins, appreciate Ed sponsoring the series. And you guys for broadcasting.
Well, I think you got everybody there, but I know you had to think about that. And it's quite a list. So congratulations to all your partners and everybody that's helped get you here. Hopefully you guys can all celebrate together. Congratulations, Clark, and go celebrate with your team.
Oh, you know I will.
All right, buddy. Have a good one.
You too.
All right. Well, there's always a bridesmaid when there's a bride, and today that is Todd Cray in the 21. You come back to win the race today, man, after starting on pit road with some issues with your sound. Tell us what this race was like coming from the back and having those battles with those trucks at the start.
Yeah, it was a little tough in the beginning there. It was a little shaken up. You know, I can't really drive without the sound, so we were fortunate to get that quick caution, and the guys in the team here threw me some technical advice, and we were able to get that fixed. And yeah, I knew in the beginning, let's just not make any big mistakes. There was a couple wrecks, had to use a fast repair, and we're fortunate to get through a lot of that. And you know, just to sprint to the end there with the boys. And congratulations to Clark and on the championship. He's been the man to beat all year. You know, we battle and we make each other better. So proud of him and the Kitty Cat coin truck up there.
Absolutely, buddy. Well, what did it take for you to hold him off there? Were you worried, even though you had fresher tires, you come out and you're, you know, a couple seconds behind him there after that pit cycle? We didn't know if you were going to be able to catch him without the draft there. Were you worried about that at all, or did you know you had the cat in the bag, so to say, the entire time?
Yeah, I was a little worried. I knew, you know, Clark and even Darren working together, they were fast on the long run, so I knew I needed a little better tires. And I kind of tried to hold back a little bit, but it doesn't work too good when you get, like you said, you got those couple seconds you got to make up. You overwork them a little bit. So I overworked them to get the lead, knowing how hard it is to pass. once you get the lead. So I didn't want to get there slowly and not be able to make the pass. I went with let's try to get there and use up our tires and then make them try to pass me. And Darren fell off there a little at the end, so to kind of took out the draft situation on who was going to draft with who. So Clark was getting me through 1 and 2. I had to change my line, and he was doing everything he had to do, and I was just holding on there. You know, we needed that win.
Yeah, you absolutely did. Well, you closed it out with a V for victory here in the final race of the season. So you guys have battled all season long. We talked to him about who's supported him, so why don't you tell us who's been supporting you all season long and even before that to get you to this point?
Yeah, I mean, the guys here tonight, I mean, like I said earlier, without the guys right here on my team, Dave, Darren, Clark, I probably wouldn't have made the race because I was having that trouble, and they just jumped right on. No questions asked, always working with each other, and that's a big deal, you know, and that's why I come out here, you know, not winning the points, but losing it to Clark, who's been a great teammate, give and take, and, you know, we had a little incident there at Bristol, which, you know, and then me and Darren, you know, we're racing hard, don't get us wrong, you know, we're racing hard, we're not out here playing around, we all want to win, but it's a team effort at the end of the day, for the Kitty Cat Coin and ECE and Patrick for putting the marketing together to put this deal together with the Kitty Cat, and we're doing a lot of things and excited for what the next season will bring.
Absolutely. Well, Todd, congratulations on the victory. Congratulations on the season-long points battle, man. You gave Clark everything he needed to be pushed there and put on a great season for us here at the Electronic Motor Racing Network. So congratulations on your finish today. Go celebrate with your team.
All right. Just want to shout out to Cousin Jess and Trixie and Hauck Designs and you guys, Electronic Motor Racing Network, for putting on the show here so we can go back and watch it, enjoy it. Butt Kicker and everybody that puts the show on. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. We appreciate you, Todd. Look forward to seeing you next season.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
All right. And let's get Mr. Clement up into the booth. Darren, it's the guys up in the booth. Congratulations on a P3 finish. And I think more importantly for you, man, you take home a 1-2 finish in the points for your team. ECE, congratulations on being a owner champion.
Definitely a great run for the boys here, for sure. Great to see us put it together, the final 1-2-3 finish. Haven't done that in quite some time here in the Truck Series, so great to go out on top, I guess.
Yeah, for sure. Well, tell us what you needed there in that last run just to be able to hang on with those guys. You had a lap older tires than Clark, and it looked like when you guys got to battling side by side, you maybe had to get out of the gas that one time when Todd got underneath you and you got tight. Tell us, was that the time where you kind of lost touch with them? Was when you had to jump out of the gas?
Yeah, it was that. I kind of overcooked the right front trying to stay off the wall just a little bit and had to let it settle down. And I lost the draft. And once I did that, I was just, you know, watching them pull away.
10-4. Well, we appreciate you coming along for the ride all season long. Tell us who's brought you to this point, who's gotten your team to where they are to be Truck Series champions in the Hauck Designs ASMR Truck Series.
Well, I definitely want to give a shout out to all the boys, you know, testing, practicing, great chemistry all together. Then I definitely want to shout out to all of our sponsors. Number one on the truck there, Kitty Cat Coin, came on board. Love having them on the Chevys, and great to put them in championship circle and victory lane numerous times over here. Ayers iRacing paints, the pit box, butt kicker, and nitro, as well as a Bruzy. So I definitely want to give a shout out to everybody over there that's on this truck, and you guys over here at ASMR broadcasting, done a great job all season. Just want to say thanks to all the admins, crew, the drivers. Definitely wouldn't be a great race without some good drivers over here. So gonna be a lonely couple of weeks without Monday nights running against everybody, but look forward to get back to it when the season kicks off.
Absolutely. Well, we appreciate you being a part of the racing here and pulling home a P3 finish on the season finale. Congratulations on your championship for your drivers there, and good luck in season 5, and we hope to see you there.
Thanks, Jesse. Thanks, Paul. And catch you guys later.
See ya. All right, and now we get to the money men. And let's do something a little different here. Let's bring both of these guys in here. I want to hear from both of them. So, TJ Krober, Jesse Hedges joining us here in the booth. TJ, man, you come home with that $60 for the Stacy Tarnowski Memorial Fund. And you get that to bring home tonight. Wasn't the run you were kind of hoping for? Came home P11. You ran up front a whole bunch today. Was it just kind of conserve and save after all those litany of cautions there?
Yeah, I got caught up in that first wreck, and then I figured I'll just play it safe. But my truck was a little too slow to not use my fast repair, so I decided to use it on that first stage break. And then, sure enough, I got into another wreck. So it was really just limping home until the end.
Yeah, well, that you did, man, and now you're $60 richer because of it. So, Jesse, you were trying to track him down the entire race. You brought it home P8. You finished a couple positions ahead, but not quite enough to catch him there. But you get $40 for the Stacy Tarnowski Memorial Fund. Tell us what that means to you.
It's pretty cool. I'm honestly just going to donate it back towards the league, to be honest.
Yeah, that's great thing for you to do, and very noble there. So did you guys have a good race? TJ, tell us, you got in that wreck early, just kind of hung on there. You were having some good battles throughout the field there. That didn't end your battles throughout the race, though, did it?
No, it didn't. It's definitely fun battling with the few guys. Like, I was battling with Brian for quite a while. Even Larry showed a lot of speed today. Surprised me for sure. But it's fun. It's one of my favorite tracks to run. Sucks I got in the wrecks, but it's whatever. It was a good season, good end of the season.
Absolutely. Well, TJ, while we got you here, we'll let you get out of here on this. Tell us who's gotten you to this point, who's helped you out on iRacing, and who you have to thank to get here.
Definitely my teammate, Eric Narowski, man. He's helped me out a lot on here, for sure. We run a lot of laps together, whether it's practice, hosted, whatever, and always sharing ideas back and forth. So definitely want to thank him, give him a shout out. And also real quick, want to thank Brian, for doing that. It sucks what happened. It's cool for him to kind of give back like that, after everything that's happened with him.
Yeah, absolutely. I couldn't agree more. Well, we appreciate you joining us, TJ. Hope to see you back in season 5. And congratulations on taking the money home.
Yeah, for sure. And thank you guys.
Thank you. All right, Jesse, we've got you here in the booth still. Tell us about your race, man. What did you have going on? You were leading some laps early in this one, and then what happened to kind of get you behind the 8 ball there?
I saw Nick was pushing Clement there on the inside. I forgot who was on my outside, but I was honestly just giving those guys room because I wasn't racing for the championship. I was racing my own race, really. But, it was just a racing incident. I think Nick came up a little bit, didn't know Henrada was there, bounced off him, chopped my nose, and I just got junked. Well, after I got junked, I just fell off the pace. Couldn't get anything going and catch back up to anybody.
Yeah, that was a very hard hit on the inside. Were you worried about the 61 taking your position there in the non-playoff driver's points? He came into the race 1 point behind you. Not sure what happened to him, but he had a pretty fast truck most of the race.
Yeah, I kept an eye on him. I did. Right from the get-go when we were in practice, I was watching his times, where he qualified, and then I was watching him run me down a little bit before the green flag cautions there. Well, green flag pits. And then once when he came back out, I'm gonna assume he might have spun it because of such green tires he had. Because you get maybe 2 laps of just the whole truck's loose.
Yeah.
And then it starts to come around. He might have looped it. I don't know. I saw him disconnect, and that was it.
Well, congratulations to you, man. That puts money in your pocket. So I'm gonna ask you the same thing I've asked everybody, man. Just give us a recap on who's gotten you to this point in iRacing. Who's gotten you to this point? I know you do dirt track stuff, so just tell us about some of your sponsors and who you got to thank for being here.
I don't really have many sponsors, but again, Andrew, he kind of got me into the iRacing thing. Bailey for sure, because he's helped me get a little bit faster in the asphalt. You know, we race a lot in the dirt, but you know, every time we practice or do these races, I always listen to what he's got to tell me. For the most part, he gives me really good pointers on how to get faster, and you know, it's a good thing that he's on our team, and hopefully we get some wins next season.
10-4, buddy. Well, we appreciate you joining us here in the Hauck Designs ASMR Truck Series, and we appreciate you joining us here in the booth. So I hope that you have a great evening, buddy, and we will talk to you another time.
Yeah, thanks. I'll talk to you guys later.
All right, have a good one. All right, well, that is going to do it for the Electronic Motor Racing Network from Auto Club Speedway, the season finale of the ASMR Hauck Designs Truck Series. We appreciate all of the admins for giving us this opportunity to broadcast this league. It's been a lot of fun for us, and we look forward to watching you guys race next year. And we appreciate it very much. We want to give congratulations to Clark Genneken on the championship, Todd Cray on the win tonight, and all the other guys. TJ Krober for collecting the money, and Jesse Hedges for getting the $40 second place finish. We want to thank our sponsor, Butt Kicker, Feel What You've Been Missing, and DSD Button Box. That's all for us tonight. I'm Jesse Rathman, producer Alan Bledsoe. Have a good night.
This presentation is brought to you by the Electronic Motor Racing Network. We are a for-hire broadcaster. If you would like us to stream your league, contact DayPaulB661 on Discord, member number 1015. Thank you, and enjoy the race.